How's it going, Saran and Segway guys? So last week, while at the range, one of my coworkers had a little crash on my bike, and the left crank arm actually bent, as you can see how it's a little bit up on this end. And of course, that prompted me to order some new crank arms. I tried some 170 millimeter Bothong cranks, and I mean the ground clearance is fine because I'm using the big 26-inch front wheel. But the main issue was the crank was actually so long it was hitting this part of the kickstand. So if you're trying to run anything probably above like 150 millimeter or something like that, it's probably not gonna fit. So I wanted to get the same length as these. These are like 5-inch, 127 millimeter, but they're out of stock at unicycle.com. Unicycle.com, they're here in the US. I believe they're in Georgia. Yeah, so they're in Marietta, Georgia. And if you live in the continental US or the lower 48 or whatever, it just makes sense to order from them because they'll get it to you in less than a week. So I ordered this on Thursday morning and it got here on Monday. So it was really quick. The material is this is like these Kaniwaba cranks are really lightweight. I'm guessing they're some sort of cast aluminum. These ones from unicycle.com, they're heavy, so I'm assuming they're just made out of steel. Like you can see the texture on there. These things are super beefy. I also ordered some 5-inch cranks, like Sunlight unicycle cranks, off Amazon as well on the same day, and they're not going to get here until Wednesday, so it's going to take a little bit longer. I think those are coming from like Pennsylvania or something. But yeah, unicycle.com, really quick on getting it out here to the West Coast from the East Coast. So I'm going to go ahead and install these, see how they go. I really wanted to go at the same length, but you know, when it comes down to it, I think going shorter is better than going longer. So these should work better than these right here. Hopefully, if there is another crash, I actually kind of like that this crank arm bent, because I've had issues with other square taper spindles where I've actually bent the spindle like off really big drops. So that's one issue that I had with a lot of like the older e-bikes back in like 7 years ago. A lot of the mid-drive kits only came with square taper, and it was pretty easy to bend the spindle or destroy the cranks because they're square taper. This seems pretty strong. If I have another tip over, or if a coworker crashes again, hopefully it won't damage any of the expensive stuff. So I'm kind of glad that it was just a crank arm that bent, and you know, the school of thought, just like this HTP bash is, you know, you want something that's going to transfer the energy away from the frame. So I would rather replace, again, a cheapo $20 crank arm or set of crank arms than have to replace, you know, the actual mounts here. So I'm going to go ahead and install them and see how they look and see how they feel. Hopefully my spindle isn't damaged, because yeah, when I was pedaling with this this pedal that's obviously bent inward, because when the bike fell over, it landed on the actual pedal. So let's go ahead and get to the install. Okay, well, they're installed. Pretty easy. The actual dimensions of the cranks on these steel ones are a bit smaller, so these end caps probably won't stay on. Might have to find something that's not hard plastic, something that goes in a little bit deeper, but I'll just put them on there for now. Maybe order something on Amazon. Yeah, as you can see by the wear on the cranks here and here, it was wearing on the mounts. which supposedly the version 2s were supposed to resolve, but it's not a big deal to me. My locking collars never moved, the ones that are on the other sides of the bearings. So yeah, I haven't actually pedaled this to make sure the spindle's not tweaked here. So we'll go ahead and see how that is in a bit. Oh, this is actually coming out a little bit. Alright, let me go ahead and tighten that, and then I'll go give it a spin without these batteries. Alright, so I just did a quick little ride back and forth in the alley around my townhouse complex, and yeah, everything's working great. I mean, you can see the thickness difference in the materials, these being aluminum and these being steel. I mean, I do like the way the Kaniwaba ones look, but yeah, I wasn't gonna wait. I was gonna order from Colombia again to get another replacement set. The set that's the same length that I ordered on Amazon. I'm just gonna keep those as a backup, and I'll post links to both of those down in the description below. So yeah, just for those of you who are wondering, unicycle cranks are probably going to be the best bet, as the Bafang or other e-bike cranks are just a bit too long and they're going to hit the kickstand. So yeah, go order a spare set just in case you take a little spill and you have a bent crank arm.